Today's topic dual nature. So some of the problems in this lesson, note down. Already we have solved one of the problem. So second problem, note down. The energy flux of sunlight reaching of the earth is 1.388 into 10 cube Weber per meter square. How many photons nearly per square meter are incident on the earth per second? Earth per second. Photon wavelength of 550 nanometers. Here we have to calculate how many photons nearly per square meter. So that means we have to calculate number of photons per square meter incident on the earth. So then what they are given here, wavelength given, but it will be nanometer. First we should have to convert that nanometers into meters. So wavelength should be denoted with lambda. Lambda is equal to 550 mm, that is equal to 550 into 10 power minus 9 meter. That means 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 9 meter. 1 nm is equal to 10 power minus 9 meters. This is the conversion. And what they are given again, here energy flux. Energy they are given. So that means power emanated from the earth, P is equal to 1.388 into 10 cube Weber per meter square. That power emanated the earth they are given. Again, what is the formula we have to use? First we have to use number of photons. N is equal to P by E. Here they are given a P value. We have to calculate the E, energy. We know the formula for energy of the photon E is equal to H mu. H is the Planck's constant. Mu formula is C by V. C value is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay. H, Planck's constant, 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Okay. And mu is equal to C by H is equal to mu is equal to C by lambda. Lambda value they are given already. So therefore E is equal to 6.67 into 10 power minus 34 into 3 into 10 power 8 by lambda value. How much the lambda value after conversion? 550 into 10 power minus 9. So this we have to solve. So on solving this E, we get 3.61 into 10 power minus 19 joules. See the energy we are calculated. Then we can calculate the number of photons. Number of photons n is equal to P by E. What is the P value? 1.388 into 10 cube by E value 3.61 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So on solving this, we get 3.83 into 10 power 21 photons. Photons per square meter. So this is the answer. So number of photons incident on the Earth surface is 3.83 into 10 to the power of 21. Or they are solved here. How many photons? Nearly per square meter. So number of photons we have to calculate. First, what is the formula for number of photons? N is equal to P by E. Power emanated on the Earth they are given. Energy we have to calculate. Energy of photon is h mu. H is Planck's constant. Mu is C by lambda. C value 3 into 10 power 8. Lambda value they are given 550 nanometers. That we should have to convert it into meters. 550 into 10 power minus 9 meters. Substitute the values here and calculate the energy of the photons. 3.61 into 10 power minus 19 joules. After calculating the energy, then we can calculate the number of photons. That is formula P by E, power by energy. Then we get number of photons 3.83 into 10 power 21 photons per meter square second. Okay, this is one of the problem for 4 marks. Okay, next. Ready? Next for a problem, the work function of certain metal. Work function of certain metal is 4.2 electron volt. Will the metal give photoelectric emission? Will the metal give photoelectric emission for incident radiation of wavelength? Radiation of wavelength. Radiation of wavelength 330 nanometers. So wavelength lambda is equal to 330 nanometer. That is equal to 330 into 10 power minus 9 meters. 1 nanometer will be equal to 10 power minus 9 meter. So again they are given work function. Work function should be denoted with W naught or pi naught. That is equal to 4.2 electron volt. 1 electron volt should be converted into, so 1 electron volt 4.2 into 1.67 into 10 power minus 19. That means 1 electron volt is equal to 1.67 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Okay, this is the value of electron volt. Electron volt conversion, 1 electron volt. Here in our problem 4 electron volts they are given. So therefore 4.2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. That is the work function. W naught. So okay. Next, so what is our problem? Will the metal give photoelectric emission? What is meant by photoelectric emission? When suitable wavelength of light incident on alkali metals, they can emit electrons. The electrons are called photoelectrons. The phenomenon is called photoelectric effect. So will the metal give photoelectric emission or not? By using these two properties. What is that? They are given wavelength and work function. We have to calculate the energy of each photon. E is equal to, again, formula h mu, that is equal to mu value c by lambda. E is equal to h value 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 34, c value 3 into 10 power 8, lambda value. So what is the wavelength here? 330 into 10 power minus 9. So substitute the values. Okay, we get E value will be equal to 6.027 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So okay, here energy and work function pi naught. Energy value is less than the work function. Work function value here 4.2 into 1.67, we get 6.72 into 10 power minus 19. This W naught value will be greater than the energy value. So therefore photoelectric emission will be takes place. Photoelectric emission is possible. Why? Because photoelectric emission, because the work function value will be greater than this energy. So energy value is only 6.027 in 10 power minus 19, but here work function value will be 6.72. This value will be greater. Work function will be greater than this energy. So this photoelectric emission will be possible. So here we have to write the comment also. So once again, photoelectric emission means emission of electrons from the photometal surface. So when suitable wavelength of incident light falls on the alkali metals. So we are already discussed alkali metals means the work function will be very low. Those are sodium, potassium, rubium and cesium. These are the alkali metals. So when at ordinary visible light can possible to emit electrons from the photometal surface. Daddy, after. Nelson and Germer experiment. So from this experiment, so this the Davidson and Germer experiment, this de Broglie find out the wavelength by using a formula lambda is equal to 12.27 angstroms by root 2 over V. The V value will be, they find out the critical voltage 54 volts. This is an evacuated chamber. This is an electron gun with a filament. So this is a cylinder. This is a nickel crystal. This is a movable detector consisting of a galvanometer and a collector to collect the electrons. So comes out from this nickel crystal or scattered out from the nickel crystal in different direction. This movable detector we can move on a circular scale. So okay, when we are given positive potential to this cylinder A, electron beam coming out from this narrow beam of electrons coming out this filament, and this electron beam will be collide this nickel target. So when this electron beam hits the nickel target, electrons will be scattered in all different possible directions. So in each direction we can find out the intensity of that electron beam in different angles. So if number of electrons, or that means intensity of the electron beam will be increases, so the deflection in galvanometer will be also increases. That means intensity of the electron beam, directly proportional to the deflection in galvanometer. That means directly proportional to the theta. So intensity of the electron beam will increases, deflection in galvanometer will be also increases. So this, by moving or by rotating this movable detector on the circular scale, we can find out the intensity of the electron beam at a different angles. Okay, so this experiment will be conducted in the voltages between 44 volts to 68 volts, and they observe the intensity will be maximum at 54 volts at the angle of 50 degree. That's at the angle of 50 degree. So they observed that intensity will be maximum at 54 volts. This is called critical voltage. This 54 volts. So instead of we can substitute to find this lambda in terms of angstroms. 12.27 angstroms by root over 54. Why? Because we have taken that 54 at 54 voltage only. We get the maximum value of deflection at 50 degree. They can absorbed. So okay, all these apparatus will be kept inside a evacuated chamber. So what are the important apparatus here? So a filament should be connected to the low tension. So cylinder A is an electron gun. So this is the electron beam. See nickel target. See mobile detector. This will be moved on a rotating scale, a circular scale. So what are there in this mobile detector? A collector and a galvanometer. Collector can collect the electrons. So the galvanometer shows the deflection by collecting the electrons. So when positive potential is applied to the cylinder A, so electron beam, narrow electron beam comes out from the filament and it will hits the nickel target. So when this electron beam hits the nickel target, electrons are scattered in different directions. So this moves this mobile detector will move on a circular scale. So when this electrons enters into this mobile detector, so galvanometer shows the deflection. So we can find the intensity of electron beam at different angles. So they can find, so the maximum value of deflection will be at 54 voltage, that is called critical voltage, at 50 degree. From this de Broglie one of the important formula they find out, 12.27 angstroms by root over V. So V value, if they are not given, we have to take another critical voltage 54 volts. So once again, the important 2 marks about this. What is the very important for our 2 marks in public examination? So what are the cathode rays? Because cathode rays are a stream of electrons. So they can move from anode to cathode. So they contain small particles called as electrons. That is one of the question. Next one, work function. Work function, what is meant by work function? Minimum amount of energy required to liberate electron from the photometal surface. That is called work function. Next, photoelectric effect. What is meant by photoelectric effect? If a suitable light incident on the surface of alkali metals. So what are alkali metals? Generally sodium, potassium, rubium and cesium. The work function of these alkali metals are very low. So at ordinary visible light, they can emit electrons. So that's why they are called photosensitive metals. When light falls on these photosensitive metals, they absorb energy from the photons, that electrons absorb energy from the photons, and they liberated from the photometal surface. They are called photoelectrons. This effect is called photoelectric effect. So that is also important. Next one about Einstein equation. What is the important terms in Einstein equation? Einstein photoelectric equation. Einstein photoelectric equation, energy E, so kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square max is equal to h mu minus pi naught or w naught. Here h is the Planck's constant, mu is the frequency of the radiation, pi naught or w naught is the work function. So next de Broglie relation. De Broglie relation, lambda is equal to h by p, that is equal to h by mv. P P, linear momentum, that is mass into velocity. These are the important terms in de Broglie relation. Next one, uncertainty principle. What is Heisenberg uncertainty principle? It is impossible to measure both position and momentum of an electron or any other particle exactly at the same time. అంటే ఒకేసారి పొజిషన్ మొమెంటమ్ ఫైండ్ చేయటం ఒకే టైంలో ఏ పార్టికల్కి కూడా ఏ పార్టికల్ అయినా కూడా మనం పాసిబుల్ కాదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంపాసిబుల్ టు మెజర్ బోత్ పొజిషన్ అండ్ మొమెంటమ్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఆర్ ఎనీ అదర్ పార్టికల్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం. So these are the very important questions for 2 marks. Uncertainty principle, cathode rays, so work function, photoelectric effect, what are the photosensitive substances, why they are called so. So photosensitive substances means they can, even at the ordinary visible light, they can emit electrons. So that means the work function of these metals will be very low. So what are those substances? Potassium, sodium, rubium and cesium. Lithium, these are all the alkali metals because they give photoelectrons at the ordinary visible lights. That's why they are called photosensitive substances. Daddy, students, sir. Important fact in Millicon. Important fact in Millicon experiment established. So what is the important fact? This is also for 2 marks. This is what is the main formula here? Q is equal to Ne. Where is N is the number of electrons, E is the charge of an electron. So it is what is the importance of this one? This charge of any body, either ion drop or always, is integral multiple of charge of an electron. So charge of any body is always equal to the integral multiple of charge of an electron. Q is equal to Ne, where Ne is the number of electrons, E is the charge of electron. So this is also for 2 marks. So next one important for the Einstein photoelectric equation. Once again, kinetic energy Ke max is equal to half mv square max, that is equal to h mu minus pi naught or w naught. Here h is the Planck's constant. This we have to remember 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules second. Mu is the frequency of the radiation. So this can be calculated with the help of lambda wavelength because C is the constant. C 3 into 10 power 8. Either pi naught or w naught is the work function. What is work function? Minimum amount of energy required to liberate electron from the photometal surface, that is the work function. So these are the important topics in dual nature of radiation and matter. Why? Because dual nature, because particles photons may contain wave nature as well as particle nature. That's why it's called as dual nature. So next topics will start with other lesson. So because already all lessons are covered in the previous classes, we have to again repeated the important topics. So already at 35th or 36th video, so syllabus will be completed. We are repeating the important topics. So from this dual nature of matter and radiation, we get 2 marks questions. That means 2 marks questions, 2 questions may get, that means for 4 marks. So very important. Totally 8 very short questions are there. That is work function, photoelectric effect, so de Broglie relation, Einstein relation, what are cathode rays, uncertainty principle, and important of Millicon experiment established. So, ready? Okay.